And I mean all of it.
So I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this.
Crimson?
Maybe.
Crimson.
Sweetie.
I got the answers from a Reddit person who gave me the biggest ass list I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I know. You might... There might be some of those episodes you could skip.
No. Crimson, you know what I'm going to do. And that's what I decided when I made the stupid decision to add Naruto and One Piece to the list. Crimson.
Why did you put on Naruto? It's really easy to go through One Piece, honestly. There's a website that actually does the first 5 seasons pretty good.
Here's the thing, Crimson. You know the filler that people say not to watch?
Uh-huh.
It's too late.
All right.
It's already in motion.
Okay. Hey, D-Birch.
I mean, I'm not going to put the filler movies. That's hell.
Yeah, I feel like the filler movies are a bit much. Like, you could watch those, like, if you want a palate cleanser.
I'll watch the filler, that's fine, but not the unnecessary movies.
That's, again, fair. I feel like there's very few movies that, like, canonically matter. I feel like, God. What'd you say?
What'd you say?
What'd you say?
I'm not telling.
It sounded like you said penis.
I didn't.
So if I go back on stream, you're not gonna say penis?
If you're that much of a stickler for it.
So I am going to find that.
Shut up.
So I'm going to find that. That's what you're saying.
Shut the fuck up.
I feel like you're just proving me right, and that's more concerning.
Right. That's your problem. You're never right.
And yet you're proving me right now, so...
Did I just hear you do a mouth pop?
Milo soda pop.
No.
You're all I can think of. Every drop I drink of. You my soda pop. Milo soda pop.
You gotta figure out a conversion thing.
A conversion thing? What's the conversion?
Hold on. Do you put JPEGs or J... Because it's for an assignment I have to do tomorrow, and I don't like cutting things.
Oh, are you trying to convert a JPEG to a PNG?
No, it's for After Effects to figure out how to import certain things.
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm sorry, man. I need to learn how to use After Effects if I'm going to be doing like the animation stuff.
It says input things.
The things and the things and the things and the bob. So actually, that's gotta kind of regular things and the things and the things and the bob. Things and the things and the things and the bob.
JPGs into JPEGs because apparently JPGs and JPEGs aren't the same.
No, they are not.
No one told me.
I'm sorry that people lied to you.
PNG to JPEG. But I gotta do all that, and then tomorrow I gotta cut out some, hold on. I gotta cut out some bushes.
Some bitches?
Some bushes.
Bitches.
Bushes.
Bitches.
Stop.
No.
I said please, though.
I thought about that. I really did. And then I thought...
No, you didn't?
No.
Why are you lying to me?
I'm not lying about you for shit!
But I need to cut it out. Exactly.
Is that what it sounds like when you kiss? That would be weird.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage
According to the judgment of the Demetrice Canique de Lise Cordonal.
All right. I never got that far. I only got to Sumero, and then I stopped.
I didn't play it all. I just know the meme, and the meme was really funny. Especially in the D&D unit.
Pronounce the meme.
I have a problem with it, too. Personally, I'm just kind of like, there it is. So how's everybody doing this evening? I am just posting around the things.
Gotta get rid of all these JP, and actually I should probably save it, not get rid of it, just in case, because you never know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, especially because, like, it's so easy to get things
After Effects is weird.
Yeah, it is weird. I'm not entirely sure how it works that well.
My phone is being blown up.
What is it? What happened? What did you do?
People are blowing up my phone.
Why?
Because they did project for big boys.
Oh, the big boys? Oh, speaking of big boys, have you seen anything about Dispatch yet?
Not yet. I mean, I've seen like clips because it's impossible not to, but it's on my wish list.
I honestly, I've been watching like a let's play of it, like somebody's let's play of it, not like all of it, but like just watching that. It's kind of fun, especially since like this person does like they'll do like the final choice that makes like a big story changing decision, and then they'll show the other one that they won't go with, and then they'll move on with the story. So at least you know like, oh, this is the thing. And don't make the speaker horny. I mean, you were going to anyway, but please don't make her horny.
What happened?
Somebody made the speaker horny.
How?
Because Big Mommy.
I don't understand. Confusing me. I don't like it.
I mean, she does look very pretty, though. The only reason that it looks lewd is because of Serpentius's hat's face. Otherwise, she just looks really pretty.
Yeah, no, she's really pretty. Honestly, that is entirely because of the hat face.
Yeah, right? Like, if you cut off the hat face, none of that would happen. Yeah, no, other than that, it'd look completely wholesome, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. So, that's the fun thing about lewds, right? Like, I do like drawing lewd art every once in a while. It's not very often I do it, though. Like, the last time, before this month, you know when the last time I did a lewd? Or vague lewd, I guess, is what I should probably say. It was a nude of one of my OCs, specifically in this pinup meme that was there for a while with the book thing where the legs were shot up, like shot straight up. Oh shit. I gotta ask my mom something. I'll be right back. You're asking your mom something after I just described a woman with her legs all the way up, and you're like, oh my god, my mom! No, because the thing is, like, I think she said earlier today that she's gonna get some paper that I need to cut out for tomorrow. Oh, that's cool. You know, she got that paper, or I'm fucked. Because I'm not going to the Dollar General at 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, no, that sounds like it would be a pain in the butt. A pain in the booty. In your booty. My little pop. You're all I can think of. Every drop I drink up. You're my soda pop. My little soda, ba 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 ba. Did they get it?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby boy.
It's fine. I'm sure someone has some white paper or the room will have it, but I did learn that I had the green paper that I need for the bushes. Maybe I'll just skip the clouds because we're doing for our last assignment before the final project for the animation class. We need to make a parallax.
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 Okay.
A 5-second parallax animation.
Okay.
In which we need to let's see, make a composited scene after using your downshot background elements in After Effects with the camera move to indicate 3D space. Parallax. If only follow this week's AE After Effects tutorial starting at 9 minutes to use the camera tool in 3D space. Okay. So it's not that hard. Basically, it's just a lot of prep work, which I'm glad I did the prep work beforehand at home rather than in class.
Right.
I want to get class done early tomorrow. That way I can visit my grandma again.
Oh, that's nice.
I was usually able to visit her every Friday, but depending on like how long some projects were, I was just like, fuck it, I'll stay here until my 2 o'clock.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with life. You're not able to always like produce like you could.
But I do. What's my new schedule? I had it here. What is it, Crimson? Someone trapped in the well?
Boy.
Yeah, I think I learned like my new classes that I had to take care of.
A moth?
Squish it.
Is that? Oh my God! It's going towards the light. Moth, don't go towards the light.
Do it. It'll be really fun.
I can't help it. It's so beautiful.
No, that's how I get to. Oh, he's dead. Moth is dead.
Yeah. Funny enough, in Space Station 14,
I'll replace him with a grasshopper.
In Space Station 14, when you can actually play as a moth, I actually hate bright lights.
Really? Also, take a shot.
What? Is this a shot for every game that I like? Like you're just gonna like take a shot? Because that's not a good way of handling alcoholism.
Take it. Actually, joke's on you. I don't drink very often and no more than one shot because I am a very angry drunk and I have great fears that I will become an alcoholic in the future like my father and the fathers before him. So instead I would take a shot of cold brew latte.
Are you actually an angry drunk?
You said words, silly.
Depends. Like I tend to fight people when I'm drunk. So
Oh.
Like
Wow.
Okay. I will so I want to point out I don't drink very often. The last time I drank more than a shot was probably my 21st birthday a few years ago. Almost a decade ago. Less than a decade ago.
I was gonna say like a few years ago.
Right, I just turned 30, so yeah, it would have been a few years ago.
Well, at least a few.
Yeah, at least a few. I got publicly intoxicated, unfortunately. And I said a bunch of things that I don't like, and I just, generally speaking, I don't drink all that often anymore after that. Do I think that I am an alcoholic? I think I have the potential to be.
I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. I don't really miss it, to be honest. I think I miss the culture around it more than I miss the actual booze. And even so, like, The same kind of goes with weed, except I'm not an angry weed. That would be a sight, actually. An angry weed smoker.
Just a reefer madness sort of thing.
Reefer madness, going like, you
This is happening in cities. This is happening in cities all over America. It could be in your home, or your home, or your home.
America doesn't exist anymore. What are you talking about?
Yes, only fascism exists. I mean, what?
The culture.
Welcome to Nazi Germany, Moth.
The culture around drinking and stuff. Like, I feel like that is like something like a lot of people probably, like a lot of people who like deal with alcohol probably like think back to, because I can't because like no one seems to like it for its taste, which for me is the deal breaker.
I think that the taste is
matters to me.
I think the taste is okay. It's not my favorite.
Yeah. Except with alcohol, like I literally do not like the taste.
Yeah.
At least
the day someone can find an alcoholic beverage that I will like is the day I will give them a firm handshake.
I would say I feel like you're a Shirley Temple person, which is what was my go-to drink, honestly, most of the time.
Thing is,
I like the margarita.
A what?
A margarita.
I had a margarita. My mom can tell you about that one.
Oh, okay. Did you like it, or were you just kind of like, eh? I always think that margaritas are too sweet.
I wanted more, but she wouldn't let me have more.
How old were you?
The thing is,
wait, you only just turned 21. What the fuck are you talking about?
The fuck you mean just? I was that like in a March.
Yeah, just this year.
It was way after that. And what do you mean just? That was like that was more than half a year ago.
Yeah, you're a little baby. You are but a small baby boy.
I had a rum Coke, but like the thing with that is that I didn't like it because I like Coke and I wanted to drink alcohol, but I didn't like them both together.
That's fair.
I'm expecting Coke, and that's not what I got. I got like a sort of like something else.
I'd say like my go-to drink. My go-to drink was predominantly. I would say predominantly it was like. It was mostly Shirley Temple's. Like, I'll take a shot every once in a while, but I don't really like people, so I don't do the culture part of it. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, it's...
like, you don't like drinking with people.
I don't like drinking with people, but ironically, it feels better when you drink with people. And it's so rare that I like...
Because people around you are.
Because people around me. Like, because ironically, it always tastes better when you're around people. And that's... I think that's what... I guess I'm a social drinker, if that's the case.
Yeah.
But...
You're a social worker?
Social drinker.
Drinker. There's overlap, but, you know...
You know, there's a little bit of alcohol in all of us. Personally...
I guess not, except for me and Bork.
Yeah, except for you and Bork, because you're weird. I'm kidding, you're not weird. You have perfectly normal taste. I would say that... I would say predominantly, I have the potential to be an alcoholic. I don't think I'm an alcoholic.
But your reaction has been strong enough that you don't want to like risk it anymore.
Yeah. Like, I just don't drink around. Like, I don't drink around like family. I don't drink around like. I'd say I don't drink around family. I don't drink around like. I monitor my drinks a lot more. And also, I was much younger when all this happened. I would like to point out, I was like. I don't know if I would react differently to that if it was now versus then. But again, I just don't want to risk that kind of thing. if that's the case.
Risky and frisky.
No, it's more like risky and bump you in the face.
I'm gonna go to bed now, because if I don't, I probably will not get up as early as I need to.
Well, thank
Till
you for
later.
coming on to stream anyway. I appreciate you.
E.
You're like the little brother I never had. And then there was Moth. It's not even that it was two. It was like, this is Moth.
There's always a moth.
There
Except when there isn't. Usually because I'm sleeping.
Because usually I'm sleeping. So as a bug, you hate lights?
Like in Space Station 14, just because like they can get really bright and obnoxious.
Interesting. Does the character like bright lights, or is it just like that you yourself?
Well, in character also they don't. Well, also in character like they don't like it because I don't like it.
Ah.
Like every time someone brings in the flares, when you're a moth, if someone brings in the flare, they think you like bright lights. It's a stereotype, and it's offensive.
Continues to stare at light.
Staring at it because I'm so annoyed by it.
Continues to stare at it.
Alright, so 6 days in, and I've already 6 days in, and I've already given up on NaNoWriMo. Like I really fell behind,
Damn.
and I just can't recover. And also, I'm still supposed to be setting up Call of Cthulhu at some point this month. So, yeah, that's a GG for GG for NaNoWriMo. I'm not the prolific writer I used to be.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry too.
Maboop you.
No. Okay, maybe a little.
Yay! Ooh, there's pictures of vaginas.
Is there now?
There's art pictures of vaginas. I'm gonna keep that for anatomy lessons. And there are some weird names to these. I don't know how to feel about them. Still gonna keep them just for the sake of trying to figure them out. But also it's just weird that they name. They do have weird names. I don't know what book this is. But for some reason they're naming the vagina parts with their different shapes like different names, and I'm very confused.
Like the labia majora?
No, well, yeah, it is the labia majora that they're talking about, but they're giving them different names. They were like sheep woman, cat woman, buffalo woman, bear woman.
I beg your pardon?
I beg your finest pardon.
Okay, I need a link. I feel like I understand what they're trying to communicate, but I also need a link myself.
For regular purposes.
Yeah. Well, I literally just want to understand.
No, I know you do. I'm poking fun at. Oh, that's the wrong link. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Also, I sent the stuff for the commission. I hope it wasn't.
No, it's fine. No. I'm still in the sketching phase. It would be way different if it was you're bringing this up in the line art. I've already finished everything the last time.
I feel like these are arbitrary.
They are very arbitrary. I don't understand these. I don't know.
I think the author of this anatomy book might have been a furry.
The
or
low
had
key
furry
furry.
inclinations.
Furry relations.
And then there's this dancing woman. Like, why?
Why?
But
There's
now it's
no
just like
there's no
now it's like
reason.
incongruent. Now it's asymmetrical. Like there's all these like animal like descriptions, and yet then there's this one that's just dancing. Like, why?
Apparently there's one for male genitalia too. And I'm over here going like, so why?
If I don't see enough, I will be very upset with this book that you're reading.
Well, I'm not reading it. I just found it on Twitter. I was like, what the fuck is this? Speaking of books, by the way, or I guess speaking of like games that we're currently interested in, have you looked up Dispatch at all?
I actually did buy it. I wanted to play the demo, and then I never got around to it. Like I saw like gameplay of it, but I haven't played. Like I haven't played it, and I had meant to. I think I always meant like I intended to like stream it to like my friends, but like I might just play it like on my own.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't see why not.
I mean, not everybody has the time, right?
I guess not. I mean, like they can't be like I don't like. I know it's episodic, but I don't know how long each episode is.
The whole game is like 2 episodes is about an hour to 30 minutes.
Not bad actually, but like part of me kind of wonders like but I was looking at it and like while it is like an interesting like sort of idea, I do wonder would this have just been better as like a Netflix show? I mean, like you'd have to make stuff for like the rest of that time if it were a Netflix show, or like some sort of like mini series. Like, have you played it?
I have not. I want to, but currently I am.
But, like that's my impression. That's my impression of it. Like just without having played it, I've only seen like the demo. When that was happening. But like it kind of like the little I saw, like if you take the gameplay part out of it, it does seem like it would be kind of like a show. Like
well, yeah, it's done by
it's meant to be.
That's it's kind of the point. The main draw of it is the story. It's not the gameplay.
Yeah.
Which you could argue is a bad thing.
I mean, like, I'm cautious about it, definitely. But, like, people seem to like it. People seem to, like, people seem to be, like, going, like, all over it.
Oh, yeah, no. One of the characters I'm actually doing for one of them, for some reason, uniform is done, like, 2 times in the prompt list that I found.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, it's on number 5, and then it's again on 13.
Yeah. I found the prompt. I found the prompter's secret, like, sort of like
kink.
inclination. And it's like, but you put uniform twice. I like uniform.
I like uniforms, and you could do like 2 types of uniforms. You don't even specify what kind of uniforms. You know what kind.
Well, since it's listed twice, maybe you can replace it with something else.
I was thinking about that.
What would be done? That doesn't overlap.
We could make it a Patreon exclusive
like vote or
yeah, it would be a Patreon and Discord exclusive vote.
But sorry, prompter, we're changing the rules.
Oh my god. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. With my loot, with blackjacks and hookers.
Only thing is, like, it might like overlap with like others, but I don't care.
What do you have in mind?
What? On stream? Geez, now I actually have to talk about stuff.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, the issue is, all right. I'll just say like maybe like I was thinking sort of like Slave Leia sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh, like Slave. Oh, that's classic.
Or adjacent to it. Like just the more the aesthetic as opposed to like it doesn't actually have to be like the exact costume.
it's like
That's the
a
thing, like
it,
because it's an
it
iconic costume, but like I want to see like variation. Go ahead.
Slave Leia that we have Slave Leia at home, Slave Leia at home.
Yeah, it's always there is always like a sort of like pattern with like the amateur like Slave Leia like cosplay where like it has um like they kind of like cheat a little, like they have like more like a more padded bra,
Right.
or like more cloth is visible,
Yeah.
to make it sort of less skimpy.
That I'm over
Or, like,
here
it's
going
just
like,
like
you
a-
know what we want, you whore.
I guess like there is like a standard to it, but also like I kind of like the the way it's supposed to like, but like it's hard to like, but like if I've learned anything from like getting like a space helmet, it's that getting stuff for cosplay or like costumes is very hard if you don't know where to look, and most people don't. Which day is this supposed to be?
This is supposed to be day 3. I'm working on day 3 right now. I would have been working on other things, but I've been so overwhelmed with work right now.
I guess I'm not the only one I guess I'm not the only one who's behind by a lot.
Don't worry, we all fell behind in school.
I feel like I did my best like makeup work when I was in makeup work. I mean like doing the work like right before it's supposed to be due.
Oh, you mean the
like
last minute shit?
Yeah, I did my best work when I was supposed to be doing something else, like when I like during work, because I always had my computer with me at the time.
Right. Shoot. I'm trying to find my phone. I think I left it all the way over there. But it's so far. I must go to get my phone. Yeah.
Get the phone.
I has the phone. Alright. Excuse me. I have a potential new friend. And we might have soft tacos later. Your ex said, "Babe, I miss you." Your third emoji is your reaction. What is my third emoji?
I don't think I ever use emojis.
I feel like I use emojis relatively frequently. That's it. This is probably thinking of my phone emoji. My third emoji is either an egg or it's the crying face. That's awesome.
I guess it's the right hand like up motion, like having someone stop or like all right. Yeah, I don't use
It's
emojis.
deku maru, deku maru, deku maru. Okay. So I'm working on mostly the body and the face at the moment. I will not be doing the actual like nudity, obviously, but like just getting the main body done at least. Okay, I like the way that this hair is flowing a lot more. Now seeing her with her hair short, I almost want her to get her hair chopped off at one point. Get a little ahoge bullshit.
The
Yeah.
like I got back into like playing Warcraft 3 for some ungodly reason. Even though I literally like suck at it still.
I mean, I think we all have those games where it's like, oh, I absolutely suck at this game. I still want to play it.
Yeah. I think the issue though is that like if you suck at it, you really suck at it, and you can't really like advance further. Like the best I can do really is just like the campaigns.
Yeah.
Like the story missions, because like that's about the only things I can probably be on normal difficulty.
Right.
Also, like I got the reforged version of Warcraft 3, which is like that's like the remaster. The thing is, like, it was kind of infamous on release for being like kind of subpar from what people were expecting. Like the models look kind of nice, they look really like beautiful and whatnot. The issue also though is that like the portraits like for the units like they are rather like lifeless compared to like the original. Like I think I commented in general that like it's like the entire human faction. Like everyone's like portraits are so stiff and like they emote so little. It's like the entire human faction got kidnapped and made into models for Balenciaga. Like they just like there's such a lack of emotion. Like they'll move their mouths, but they won't move like the rest of their head or their face.
Right. So it's not really emoting at all. It's just kind of like It's not
Especially
even like the
compared to,
half animated face where it's like, oh yes, it's the rest of the face is animated, except for the upper half, like the mandibular.
Like it's in comparison to like the original game where like everyone was like so like animated, perhaps a little too animated. Like they kind of like had like rather like really like out there like expressions when like just speaking normally.
Right.
And like this, but like this game sort of like went into more like I guess like almost photorealistic. Like for its characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really well lit, like the portraits, but like that's what they went for. But like it kind of like loses something a little.
Right.
you know, they. I guess the thing is, like, yeah, they lose character.
Right. So I'm going to be drawing Yilma in the lingerie and fur coat prompt for this one.
I mean, from what you've said, that fits.
Yeah, I feel like if any of the characters, especially since like I think one of the biggest funniest shit I ever got for like rating somebody and showing them my art tax is that they were like she's giving Yzma, and I'm like, oh yeah, that wasn't totally what I was going for, but that was like that's the same range of the vibe.
I guess like if she was younger, like if I'm not mistaken.
I feel like this is like college age, or not even college age. This is like, because she's
like young urban professional age.
Or young urban professional, yeah.
But that's actually what Yuppie stands for.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a young urban professional. YUP, Yuppie.
Yuppie!
So, a lot of people who are called Yuppies aren't so yuppie anymore.
Yeah, they're pretty.
I guess they're like they're kind of muppy at this moment.
They're muppy and sad. They're muppy and sad.
They're middle-aged urban professionals.
Yum yum. Alright, I'm gonna extend this a little more because I really want to dramatize this. The sketch is going way more detailed than it probably should, but it's kind of doing it for me though. I do like drawing at Lewds. I was just talking about this earlier a little bit, but I do like drawing Lewds, but I don't do them very often. Like,
I feel like I think you said before, like that I guess like you do like them, but also like you eventually get tired of like drawing dicks.
Yeah, genitals, just all genitals, not just dicks, but just genitals generally.
Yeah.
General genitals. Like, I like to observe them. I like to read them when I read a comic book, or I read about them in like whatever type of lewd or like erotic novel I'll read. But then I'll be like, I cannot and will not draw it because otherwise it looks like a fleshy poo.
Like it's the, I guess like you get like visually satiated and eventually like it just like loses its appeal.
Yeah, like it's, and on top of that, I don't, cause like when you draw them, right? You think to yourself, oh, you can draw them. It's a dick, or it's a vajayjay. But you then have to realize, oh, they are either protruding or inward parts of the bits. And like, maybe that's just me overthinking it as an artist. Like, I'm over here going like, I
guess I'm not understanding the issue.
Imagine learning how to cook, right?
Uh-huh.
And like, there's one part that you like to cook, the one part of the cooking process you like, but it's not your favorite part. Like, you like doing it every once in a while, but you're just kind of like,
Yeah.
After a certain point.
I suppose so.
But if you want to get better at cooking that specific thing, you have to then learn how to do that part. Because it's kind of integral part to that sort of cooking or baking or whatever.
Yeah. That's
how I feel about drawing genitals. like it's a very integral part of like drawing like lewd scenes like that. Like you can have, but I think also another reason why is that for me, and this could just be a me thing, I personally really enjoy intimate scenes, not necessarily erotic scenes.
Understandable.
And I feel like a lot of people don't really understand that there's a difference between those two things.
No, there totally is.
Exactly. Like, oh god, you know what's the best implementation of this? Of the difference between those two things. I'm gonna give her like a little concaved ass here. Because she's a bony. She's bony. She gives people boners. The best scene that exemplifies the difference between intimacy and eroticism, and why I prefer intimacy when I'm consuming eroticism, part of that could be my demisexuality, is this scene in Chainsaw Man where like throughout the whole episode, Power, who is one of the demons, they are like tempting the main character with a titty grab. It's a titty grab. That's all it is. And they finally get to that point. Demi, but no Lovato. Hey, idea maker. There's a scene in that where he's been tempted by this whole time, right? And he gets there. Where Power's like, okay, it's time to grab titty. We're gonna go into this bathroom, and you're gonna grab my titty. Which, by the way, I love this scene, by the way, because like she went out of her way to get like a breast cutlet for her chest to make them look bigger before he started grabbing them. And she's just like, you may have 3 squeezes. Turns out the first squeeze is a cop out. Motherfucker, you have 2 squeezes left.
This is the Negatoro scene.
This is in the bathroom. This is like a scene. I think this is a scene in like episode 3.
I think I did see the scene. Like it's the beanbag guessing game.
The beanbag guessing game.
That's what they called it in the dub, I think.
I don't remember, but
I haven't seen the show, but I saw that one scene.
Yeah. But like, and the whole time, and then afterwards, she's just like, "Oh, you must feel so grateful that you had a titty squish," and then he's just like, "Actually, I feel really empty." Like, that was it. That's what, because you have to remember that Denji's the main character. He's.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of another anime.
Oh, okay. Denji is like, I think he's supposed to be 16. So he's been like homeless most of his teenage life.
Yeah.
And so like this is his first time getting some titty, and you're just like, huh, he feels really empty. Like he's a teenage boy. Shouldn't he feel like super nice about it? Like shouldn't he be like, oh my god, I got a titty squish? And like later on, Makima, who's like the surprise main antagonist, spoiler alert for an anime that's ongoing, I think it's ongoing, but it's been ongoing for a while. She then goes on to explain, oh, it's because it lacked intimacy of any kind, or like you didn't have any sort of like emotional bond with Power in that way, and so and so you're just kind of like about it, and then continues to have like the most intimate scene where it's just showing them holding hands, like like tangling their fingers together, and like just like touching the forearm, and like showing what that would feel like, and you're like, oh yeah, no, that's hot. And I think he gets titty squish from Makima, but I don't remember. I remember them holding hands for a really long time and having like a really long amount of like of like eye contact during that scene. That's what I remember most about that scene. Let's see. I need to think of like some lingerie for this. But yeah, that's kind of what I mean when I say like I prefer like my erotic scenes to have like a lot of intimacy with it. Maybe that's why I like dark scenes, like really dark, fucked up, emotional scenes, because the intimacy on those are usually like intensely cerebral that you just like you can't look away from it.
Like they're intimate, terrible, yes, but intimate.
Yeah, like there's such a raw emotion out of it.
Yeah. Like it's the same with ruling a country, either rule by fear or through love.
Porque los dos.
Well, I mean, like I think that's actually like in the prince, that's actually the desired result. Like that they both fear and love you. The only thing you can't be is you cannot be hated.
Ain't that
like at no point can you ever become hated, or it's all gonna end terribly.
Yeah, they're like,
knock on wood.
I think that for me, I tend to lean in towards erotica that tend to get like really interesting and like really cerebral and really intimate with their writings or with their art. I think that one of the times though where I was like, the mood is killed, is I was reading this book called My Vampire Plus One, right? And it's about this chick who meets up with a vampire and is like, I need like a fake boyfriend for this thing. Could you be my fake boyfriend for a little while, right? And
yeah.
Turns out the guy's a vampire, but like before they get to that, they have like it's the beginning of the book, and they have like this intense makeout session, and it's so hot. Like she's describing like how his fingers are like going through her hair. He's describing how it's dual POV too, so it's like she's describing like how he's like in her hair, and like how like how her hot blood feels under her skin, and it's like stuff like that, right? I have complaints about the book for other reasons, but this was one of the things that was like kind of really interesting to me as I was reading it. I was kind of going like, they're making out, cool, that's great. But they're it starts dying down. Like, I don't know if it's because they're trying to lean into the sexual tension versus like the intimacy of it. I think the moment that I had a boner killer for that was when I finally got to the point where they're just about to have sex for the first time. They're just about to have sex. And I'm trying to look, also I want to point out, I am trying to look up some like decent lingerie for the type of character this is, but I'm also I have a dress in mind for her, just so that I have like a safe for work version.
Yeah.
Or
I guess just have like the coat cover it.
I could have the coat cover it, but I might play with it a little bit, is what I'm saying. But there was this point where they were like I think he was saying he finally was like making out with her, and it got to a point where they were just about to have sex, and it's supposed to be really hot, but he says this line, I forget what exactly the line was, but it was something like, I bet your blood tastes like honey or something like that, or I bet your blood tastes like tastes hot and heavy like you, or something really weird like that. And I was like, and I'm dry. I'm dry.
It's like, God willing, my blood tastes like blood.
Right? Like I was just sitting there going like, and we've lost it. We've lost it. It was somewhere, and then we lost it. To be fair, that might have been like Sorry, go ahead.
No, you first.
I think it was like natural to have that in the story, right? Like it's a book about about vampires and an accountant, they tried to make like a really big plot point, but like when I was reading, I was like, this is dumb. This is really dumb.
A vampire accountant?
No, the vampire isn't the accountant. The human is the accountant. And I just sat there with it. I was like, and I'm dry. So very dry. And like vampires are super intimate. Like you can get some really deep intimacy with vampires and werewolves and shit. But like when I was reading it, I was just like, and we're done. And I'm good. There's some lingerie that glows in the dark. That's funny. This cannot be lingerie from the 80s. Don't you dare fucking tell me this is lingerie from the 80s. What the fuck are you talking about? Meh. 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 Got some Luna-inspired shit, which was not really thinking about, but maybe.
I think I saw that one picture in the general chat.
Oh yeah?
That's above the Beelzebub one.
Oh, let me see. It's in general, right?
The voice chat.
Oh, the voice chat. Let's see. Oh yeah, that one. I think it is that one. Yeah, it is that one. I don't think this one would fit for that character though. Yes, I'm totally professional. I look up all these things before I got. All right, women in fur. Let's do women in fur. Suddenly, it's all furries. Damn it!
I remember there was like some art in like the Knights of Guinevere subreddit where like it was like Andy and Frankie and like in jeans. So I did the comment where it's like where like Frankie's like apple bottom jeans and Andy's like no boots with the fur. Oh, fucking stop!
They would, and she would. Let's see here. No, not in the I killed my husband and my husband. I killed my husband. Divorce, widow, thing. Fur fetish. I didn't want a fur fetish.
Is the season?
'Tis the season to be furry. Fa la 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 la.
I'll post it.
God. Yeah.
What did I post? Dang it.
Let's see her.
This is the one.
Damn, you got. Let's see her. Ah, it's funny. It's cute too.
Oh, I posted it twice. Whoops.
That's cool. That's cool.
I will.
Yeah, I think
all my windows are small.
I feel like that's a you problem and also a ventilation problem.
I mean, computer, like tab windows. I'm
right.
kind of trying to fit everything together.
Okay, I think I found something. I'm leaning into something. I got things. I got things that do things.
This is madness, frenzy. I'll not think upon it.
That's her. I don't know, like I tend to, at least for me, I tend to lean pretty heavily into like, oh, this is there's intimacy in this. I can play with this a bit more.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'll make two versions, one with the dress and one without the dress, and where it's like just covering her up. Because I like the idea that she has the dress on. I think I did something similar for this in for the OC-tober.
A little. I think it's you just had like your character.
"'Tis the season to be furry, fa la 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 la."
My tale is done, or needs no finishing. Behold me here.
Oh wait, no, I can't.
Let's see. And then she's wearing the dress, so it kind of goes like this. I drew the sketch on the wrong layer. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm very mad. I'm very mad at myself.
It's that thing where it's permanent, right?
This is a sketch, so it's not like I'm building it up, but like it's still one of those things where it's like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad that I messed up. It's just not what I thought I was gonna have it. It's not the best. It's not the best. Ah, shit. I had lofty dreams today. I just want her to kind of look like gnarly, but also kind of sexy. In like that kind of way where it's like, oh, I should probably not find you attractive conventionally, but like also you're just objectively hot.
It's a hard line to balance on.
It really is. Then again, I've heard some people's hear me outs, and I'm like, they're either the most vanilla thing ever, and they think they're being really hardcore because it's animated, or how the fuck do you manage the idea, the concept of death is your hear me out?
Like the concept?
Like the concept of death. But then I see that one French animation, I'm like, okay, no, I see it.
If I recall, there was like a fantasy like RTS where it was like there's like a fantasy RTS where like you also had like to manage like the kingdom and like how you like approach stuff, and also one of that included like choosing a bride from like one of the different races to like solidify an alliance, and one of them included you could go for like the really like hot like elf bombshell, but you could also, or you could choose like the skeleton girl.
The skeleton girl, love it. There's this really interesting animation, like and I think this came out like a little after the whole thing with Infinity War and like with like Endgame and all that. Like it was the end of the first phase of the MCU, and like a lot of people were having this debate on like, oh, you can't. What do you mean that you think that it would have been better if Thanos wanted to fuck death and was a super simp about it? Because if you don't already know, in the original storyline, Thanos was like just the biggest simp for death.
Yeah. I heard it's kind of exaggerated, but also like there is like a lot of truth to it.
There's some truth to it. I think that the reason why a lot of people talk about it as like this like simping over death is because one, it's this like really cheesy 80s writing about it. And like if you know anything about like how the 80s and the 60s kind of like wrote characters, it was very cheesy. But also, most of it has to do with the fact that they remember the giant crash out that Thanos had as he's trying to be like, hey, look, Death, look, I did it, I killed half the population.
Reminds me of that kind of reminded me of the how it should have ended for Thor, where it's like. And it's like whenever like Odin wakes up from his Odin sleep, and Loki's like, "I did it, Father. I've destroyed all of Jotunheim, and that is why you are also banished. I take away your power and cast you out." He's like, "Son of an ice giant."
Right.
Like, assuming he actually succeeded, like he'd also just been banished.
Right.
Also,
oh, sorry.
Also, these are the brides I was talking about. Apparently, it's from a game called Divinity Dragon Commander.
All right, let's see. Wood. Probably not.
There's only four brides.
Did I stutter?
All right. Just making sure.
I still look at it going like wood, maybe not. Wood, meh.
This is the best quality I could get for the picture.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
But like some people's hear me outs aren't actually hear me outs. They're just, it's weird because it's animated. That's usually like the what the consensus is. Oh, it's an animated character. That's weird that you're crushing on somebody who's not real. Also me, I think it's kind of weird that you're crushing so hard on this one dude who doesn't know you exist.
Like it's the meme of like you gotta hear me out on this, and it's like the most conventionally attractive thing ever.
Right? That should always annoy me.
I think also it's just like people have like a lot of like repressed feelings about things.
Right. Like the amount of times I've heard Optimus Prime as a hear me out. I don't think he's a hear me out.
I mean, I can see like logistically or whatever.
Like if you're going by logistics, yeah, but usually speaking, that's not what people are going off of. They're going like, "Oh, he's weird because he's animated or he's from a kids show."
Like if that's the reason, like I don't understand.
Right, like I'm just over here going like, and
I guess like there's like the reservation that like it's the of like where it comes from, but like whatever.
Right. I think the only
He's
time
thousands of
where
years old.
it's thousands of years old. He's legal. He's got a job. He's highly respected in his workplace.
If anything, he's taking advantage of you.
If anything, he's taking advantage of you. It's crazy. Let's hear. Do you have a hear me out?
Do I have a hear me out? Like, whenever
also,
you
chat, do you have chat? You play along too. Do you have a hear me out? Do you have a real hear me out?
Let me check the chat.
Let me check the chat. I have to check for receipts and delete them. If you're comfortable with it, that's totally fine. I feel like I'm comfortable with some of them. So there are other ones where I'm like, is this a hear me out or is it just weirdly niche?
Any chat. There's no one in Discord chat. We don't have like a live running Discord chat sort of thing.
Yeah, it's in Twitch. We're talking Twitch chat because Discord doesn't. I'm not popular enough to have like a live Discord chat like that.
I guess like for hear me out, like I don't have a specific character in mind at this current moment, but I do like I kind of ponder like how like society would I wonder how society would react to a female love interest that kind of looks like something from H.R. Geiger, like something from like a distinctly feminine female love interest that nevertheless had the aesthetic of Scorn. I don't know if you've heard of that game.
I don't think I have.
I guess it's just like a H.R. Geiger sort of like walking like tour sort of thing. Like, there's like biomechanical stuff everywhere. It's very visceral. Okay, if I were to like can I not get images from Steam? Whatever. Snipping tool.
Mother Gothel. I feel like Mother Gothel is just conventionally.
She's rather conventional.
Yeah, she's very conventionally attractive. If we're talking about like the idea of like, oh, she abused her daughter.
I guess like emotionally, that's a very hard sell.
Yeah, emotionally, that is a hear me out.
So this picture, that's sort of like the aesthetic of Scorn. Imagine like the main female love interest of like your next like kids show, but the female love interest looks like that sort of.
I'm a horrible person because you know what's the first thing I thought of when I saw that?
What?
Belly!
I didn't hear that. You peeked the microphone.
Oh. It was just like a really high pitch belly.
Booby? Is that what you said?
Belly.
Belly. Oh yeah. Well, I guess there's
belly.
It wouldn't look exactly like that, but like
no, but it's like, a vibe. But like in my head, I'm just thinking about belly.
It's the it's like the sort of skeletal, like armor insectoid almost sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of like what you're dealing with.
No, I
wonder
get
how
it.
society would. I wonder how society would react if it saw something like that, and like that's like the main love interest, or like ends up being the main love interest.
I think that there's there's like a pressure for things to be like femininely attractive, right? Like usually like the standard, hear me out, especially if you grew up in like the early 2000s to the 90s, is Nala, Lola Bunny, and oh god, it's like the go-to, like
That was like the epicenter of like that was the
Mhm.
epicenter of like modern furry,
yeah,
or like by the decade at least. Like you have like 80, like the 80s Nala, and then 90s like actually when was Lion King?
Lion King was 90s.
Okay, well it's the 90s. Yeah, that was, I guess, yeah, it was the epicenter.
Amy from Big Bang Theory. I don't think that Amy again is another conventionally attractive person.
But like Sheldon's like girlfriend,
Yeah,
yeah, like that's like very conventional.
yeah. Well, I think you might be mistaking her for Penny. The joke
No,
was that
I could feel like,
yeah, the
I
show.
feel like well, like also like Amy's also very conventional.
Yeah, I think she's cute. I don't think she's a.
Yeah,
I don't think she's a hear
absolutely.
me out. I think she's just kind of cute. And especially in her little wedding dress, it's so cute. Like when she looks like a doily store threw up on her. It's great. I love her. Okay, what's a decent hear me out for me? Um, God, I guess Dragon is a hear me out. Like it's a basic hear me out, but it's a hear me out from Shrek. You know what's one of my sister's like childhood hear me outs?
Which one?
So do you remember the Monster Madness um Bandicoot game, or Monster Mania or something like that?
No, I never played the Crash Bandicoot games.
Well, in this particular case, you're not missing much because this was a Wii game. First off,
Yeah.
so first and foremost, you are not missing much. Second, there's a villain in that game, where it's just a giant monster. It's got a tentacle for an arm. It looks vaguely duck-like. And I was like, this was like the height of the hear me out cake thing. I was like, hey, sweetie, I need to know what's a childhood hear me out. And she like pulled up the picture of the monster. Hold on, let me try to find it. Monster Mania.
I think I remember you Googled it before.
Yeah, I probably have. Crash Bandicoot. Excuse me. Like the game itself has it's the game itself pretty okay at best. specifically, she really liked it when it was in its original form. It did. Oh, it's called Crash of the Titans. That's what it's called. And it's specifically this one.
Oh yeah, you did show me that.
Yeah.
It's very unusual.
I like looked at that. I stared at that for a second. And I was like, you know what? That is a valid hear me out. Good job. Good job.
Like she was just like saying she was like enamored by it.
She liked it. She liked it a lot. She wanted to give it a big hug. I'm just like,
I guess like
no judge.
The furry, like the downy fur or like feathers.
I think that a hear me out I had. I think it's Salazzle, although I think that's I don't know if I would say it's a real hear me out, really. Like the point of it is that it's so salacious. Like it's a dominatrix Pokemon. Like what do you expect? But I did think that like Entei, I think Entei is a hear me out. Like from Pokemon. Sir. JD Candy and Violet Nightshade from My Sims game. Yes, there we go. It's weird and niche. I think for me, for it to really count as a hear me out, I think it has to be like either Tay was voiced by Dan Green after all. It doesn't help. I feel like it doesn't help. I feel like in order for it to be a hear me out, either this person has to be like the worst fucking person on the face of the planet, or it's gotta not be like
human.
I don't know if it's gotta be not human, but it's gotta. But if it's not human, it has to be like. If it is a human, it has to be either unconventionally attractive, like legitimately unconventionally attractive, or it has to be, or they have to be like a reprehensible person.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I guess a example of this is like, the dude from Gargoyles, I think his name is Xenos or something.
I think it's Xanatos.
Xanatos, yeah. He is a conventionally attractive person in like every respect of the word, right?
Yeah.
But he is an he's like just the worst fucking person in the world.
Yeah, like it, or at least he's like absolutely amoral.
Right. Like he was like, "Hey, what should I do with my girlfriend? Let's turn her into a fucking werewolf." That's her.
If I were to say like, if there was like if I were allowed to have like a hear me out that is absolutely not a hear me out and is probably conventionally attractive, I'd say like, I think I mentioned this before when we were talking about like fictional love interest, but like Tali from Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's one of those things where it's like, oh, that's a conventionally attractive person.
Yeah. But I think it's mostly like if there was any like hear me out factor, which there very much is not a lot of, is the fact that we never do see her face.
Mhm.
In like the Mass Effect series, there was like a like for Tully, there was like they did show like a picture of, like in the original release, they did show a picture of her, like, you know, if you romanced her for like the 2 different games, she'll like leave a picture of herself, but like it was like a stock photo of like a model that was like edited to like be like Quarian, like
Ah,
her species.
that's
And like
funny.
I think it was like, and that was like very conventionally attractive, and it was like such a cop out that people like really called it out. And I think in the legendary version, like it's different now.
Chelsea Van Der Zee from Ruby Gilman. Oh man, I haven't heard that shit in forever. Hold on. Ruby Gilman. Damn, I haven't heard that shit in forever. Let's see her. Chelsea Van Der Zee. Is she the... She's the she's the mermaid, isn't she? Yeah, she's supposed to be the mermaid. It's again one of those things where it's like irrepressible person, but like she's still like super conventionally attractive. Let's see, what's another hear me out? You know, it's one that I never thought people actually were serious about, but then like after the whole craze happened, I was like, damn, a lot of people are crushing on this character. A lot of people were crushing on like on Larry the Cucumber.
I guess but I'm gonna ignore what you've just said. I guess like I was looking at something else while I was going on. But I guess this like original like concept art for Tolly like is, I guess, like sort of like a, I guess not, well, I guess it's a sort of, hear me out, it's just more alien than like.
Well, I'd rather, I like when the characters are more alien than human.
Yeah. I mean, it also.
Yeah, I would
like,
say this is a hear me out. She kind of looks like, you know what she kind of looks like? She looks like the Nazi assassin from Hellboy.
I haven't seen anything from or read any Hellboy, so.
You haven't seen the first Hellboy movie?
I haven't seen any Hellboy movie.
Wow, wild shit. Look up assassin from for Hellboy, and I think you'll understand what I mean.
I might have seen like a movie poster, like in the theater or something. I guess. Okay.
You're like looking at it side by side.
Okay. It's yeah, well, like I'm getting different pictures as well, but I'm pretty sure like it's the like Carl something.
It has like a mask on him, and he has like a
yeah.
He for some reason he still has the hat.
Yeah.
Let's hear. Okay, here we go. Thinking out of the box, good friend of mine considered Bowser. I think Bowser is a hear me out. I would count Bowser. Wario is a hear me out. The virus ghost from the Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase. Those are good hear me outs. Those are some good hear me outs.
The virus ghost kind of has the advantage of like, you know, I guess like he has the advantage like nowadays with like in a post sort of like Vitsy Pop world.
Which one?
the virus ghost, like he kind of has the advantage of like nowadays he'd have like the advantage of living in like a post Vizzy pop art style world.
Yeah.
So like it's not quite as like crazy.
You know what's funny to me? Like somebody was like doing a video for I unfortunately caught this video of the new season for Hazbin Hotel, and like somebody was like going, oh, they made Alistair ugly when he goes to hell, and I'm like, I'm sorry, since when? Like,
also, like they are in hell. They became demons.
They became sinners. And you don't get to choose.
Sinner demons.
Yeah. They're not really demons. Like, one of them is close to being a demon, which is Alistair, but like it's weird to me that they were like, oh yeah, and Alistair became ugly, and I'm like, since fucking when? Is he canonically ugly? Is he canonically not good looking?
I kind of like haven't seen anything of Hazbin Hotel yet.
Lucky.
I was under the impression he's because I was under the impression that he was one of the better looking sinners.
Right? Like, I'm over here going like, what do you mean he's supposed to be ugly? I think canonically he is not supposed to smell good. That is a canonical thing that was explained.
Yeah, I remember like seeing something about that. There's Now, Alistair does seem like the person who would like not shower, but he would just use cologne, like just like, as a replacement.
He would, especially from the time period he's in.
Yeah.
Well, actually, maybe not as much in the time period he's in. I'm thinking more like the French in the
like he was from like Louisiana, but like it was also like I'd say like at least I think he died in like the 1930s or like 40s,
give or take.
But like he lived like before then, and like those were times when like like colognes were like all the rage.
Yeah, but like he wasn't born in the time. He wasn't like growing up in the time where it's like, oh, he's like so they'd be like, oh no, water is so gross and contaminated.
I mean, I guess so, but like he was like, if I recall, he was kind of like almost a socialite.
Yeah, like in a vague kind of way. Like he gained notoriety.
Yeah, so which is why like he's all for like putting cologne on, like making himself smell a certain way, but like as like but also like he just personally is like very bad at hygiene.
Mm.
I kind of see what you mean with like the not with like the a sort of like you were saying like not super attractive, but also like rugged in a way to make her attractive.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of what you said.
Yeah.
Because it's beginning to take shape.
Right. Like she's supposed to be like on the wrong side of 40. Or she's supposed to look like she is. She's actually only 30. I would like to point out that I made her before I turned 30.
Kind of, but I would say like from like just like the salt water and like weather and whatnot.
A lot of it is from that. The other part is just from the fact that she was I guess this is spoilers for a series that's not even out yet. She used to be part of a cult, and the cult abused her like to all hell and back.
Gotcha.
And so because of that abuse, it did irreversible
Irreversible.
irreversible and
Reprehensible.
reprehensible. I went to college. I knew big words. It did like really bad damage to her body. Malnutrition. Yeah. She has a limp leg. So much so that she actually had to cut both of her legs off at one point.
Yeah. Because when you said the wrong side of 40, it's like, I was like, someone close to you said, one more flop and it's over. Someone said they were close to me?
Love it. Oh my god. I'm gonna have some cold brew.
My favorite.
My favorite cold brew. But yeah, she's supposed to look like she's on the wrong side of 40. She is actually only 30.
Alcoholism has ruined my life. I'm 26 years old.
Like, she, cause she's got a lot of, she got issues.
She has a bit of a past.
She's got a bit of a past, yeah.
I think I mentioned like the previous stream with her. It's like what was her name again?
Vio? Or are you talking about the character?
No, the character.
Oh, Yelma.
You know, it's like Yelma has been 25 for 20 years now.
Exactly. It's not like she's shy about her age. It's just like it's surprising to see her in a look like this when she is supposed to be younger than she is. Okay, I'm gonna move this eye a little bit, this pupil a little bit. There we go. So, yeah, I'm gonna draw her in the dress. You're getting a lot. You're getting a sneak preview of what's underneath.
Say yes to the dress.
Yes. I puked a little in my mouth when I said it like that. I want her to be like a I can fix her type of moment. Like I want a lot of people to look at her and go like, but all she needs is like a good man. No, the only good man she's got is the one that's trying to ruin her life, and they are making a game of it. Which I do like about the characters, like Colin and her. They have like it's a very toxic relationship, but there's something beautiful about.
It's as close to love those like disasters will ever get.
Exactly, and there's something beautiful about that.
Yep.
I like the idea of like she's like maybe back in the day back when days were simpler, she crashed a business dealing he had, then stole all of his money.
Yeah, it's in like the world building I did, like the way the Platinum Dragon was born, because like in the way like my D&D world works is that like dragons are actually very, very recent. on like the sheer time level. Like they were born purely out of like as like a sort of revenge thing by
Okay.
like by my version of Tiamat, who is like just sort of like like a goddess of monsters. But like as she was like waging war against like all of civilization, as one is to do, she ended up connecting with like the devil of like terror and like and fear and all that.
Yeah.
And like the two ended up sort of like forming like a relationship out of that. But like the devil of terror sort of like was sort of like ashamed that such a thing could even like be possible. So he took like the egg that was born of that relationship and like dropped it into like a lake somewhere, and like the goddess of monsters like never forgave him for that. Like she was just like completely crushed by it, and she ended up like dropping out of the invasion and left it to like the rest of to like the red dragon who was in charge. And that egg ended up hatching like the platinum dragon, who is a female in my world. So kind of like that's sort of like a similar sort of like relationship, or like they had like a genuinely like good relationship, and like they actually like created an egg and a child out of love, and like but like one of them was completely like repulsed by that notion that such a thing was possible, so he just like sabotaged it because he wanted to continue being evil,
right?
Whereas like pretty much like the monster goddess, like Hydra is her name, she's pretty much like she's not necessarily evil, but she's always been like a renegade, because like just to like the whole backstory of it is that it was just to like protect her mother, who was also like a goddess who was like banished. She only did it to like protect like her mother and her while they were like traveling the world. So that's why she created monsters and whatnot. But she was never like totally evil. In fact, she was like friends with like one of the good goddesses before like one of the love goddess was her friend. And the only reason like she's not friends with her anymore is because she got roped into like the love goddess's um schemes, and she ended up inadvertently being the fall guy for it.
Like every Aphrodite behind her.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like it wasn't like a vain Aphrodite like hookup thing. Like
right.
the love goddess actually like she wanted to bless humanity, like just out of like the goodness of like her heart.
Right.
But she needed to like steal her mother's like grail, so she had like Hydra do it. For her, but like Hydra got caught like sort of like somewhere along the way, so she ended up like drinking from it before turning it into like the love goddess, and like Hydra ended up swearing to like destroy all of civilization because of like her punishment.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like with the Yelma and Colin, they're very much just like the disaster couple. They are horrible together, and they know this, which is the best part. Cause like they know if they ever like gave into the game, right? The game would be over, and there would be no real anything there. Like, and if it did, then not only if it would either be that somebody has to give up something, or they need to make some like harder decisions about what defines them. They've just been in like this like yes or no push and pull for like all their lives of knowing each other. Yeah. That if they did get together, it wouldn't be a game anymore. It would be real, and they don't really want to face that idea.
It's for that reason that I always, whenever this relationship is mentioned, I always like consider it kind of sad because like they can't have true happiness,
The
or at least like not as most people understand it, I guess.
I usually think about it like it's sad in that they I think that they do want something, but if they get it, what else is there? Like, is that the end of ambition? Is that the beginning of something more? Does he give up his place as like a literal ass noble? Does she have to become like an actual lady, or does she just like is how much chaos is
Too much.
is too much, and like where is this delicate balance coming from? Some of it's self-imposed and some of it is economical.
Yeah. The what was I gonna say? That I guess like that kind of is similar to like there was like one of my one of the characters I like played as once was like he was like a mantis he was like a mantis alien, like this is a traveler game, but like he was like a noble from like a very he was a noble from like a very much like a medieval like technology society.
Mm-hmm.
So there was like honor duels and whatnot, and like one of the like NPC, one of the like people in his backstory was like he had previously fought in duels with like this no like this noble girl who was like I guess like first of her generation to be like ennobled. But like, so she had like a lot to prove, but they got into like sword duels every so often. And then like my character, like in his backstory, like got plotted against and like lost his like position. So he had to like join the interstellar like Imperial Army. But like as he was while he was like on campaign, like the two ended up forming like a real relationship.
Uh-huh.
And it was like strong enough to like motivate him to like survive the war he was currently in,
Right.
which the other two NPCs were like on the opposite side of, by the by.
Oh no.
Like according to the backstory at least.
Of course.
Like those two PCs like fought like a noble like war of independence. Meanwhile my character was in that same war on the opposite side. But it was like an interesting dynamic that like I wish we played into more. We didn't know what we were doing.
I feel like that's a lot of D&D sessions though. Like I think that's what fan fiction is for later.
Yeah. It
uh
was the
that's
yeah.
for the fun. That's for the fun porny art later. With the smutty fan fiction.
They speaking of fan fiction, I didn't do that because I don't write well anymore. No, I'm being too hard on myself. But I did absolutely not plan ahead for NaNoWriMo.
Well, there's
I feel like
nothing
I can't.
there's nothing wrong with
Well,
like not having it be polished or not having it be perfect.
yeah, but my issue is that I didn't write anything. Like I like in order to like comfortably do NaNoWriMo, it has to be like 1,800 words a day, and I did not write 1,800 words on the first day, and then I didn't write anything afterward. And it is now day 6.
So, do you think you're going to continue, or you think you're going to?
Well, the other complication, like I said at the beginning of the stream, is that I still have to set up a Call of Cthulhu like mini campaign,
Right.
and I can't really very well do both. Like I can barely like run like RPGs games anymore. Like I don't feel like I'm like able to do that
Why?
until Let me finish. Like, I feel like I'm not really able to do that like as effectively or as comfortably until like I get some ADHD medication. Because like as it stands, I seriously cannot like motivate myself to like you know just do it.
Mm-hmm.
I had to like get like the session plans or whatever.
Right.
On top of like also like working and everything.
Right. Have you ever thought maybe you're doing like a lot at once?
No, that's my problem.
No, but like, do you not ever like think about here's the problem I have, right? I have both ADHD and I have autism. So I need
So do I.
exactly. So you know how it's like I must have organization, but chaos rules all.
It's more like I need to be like absolutely into this, and if I'm not, I'm just not gonna end up doing it or like doing it as well.
Right.
It's that reason like I got back into like Warcraft 3 is because like I saw like a few YouTube videos of it, and now like I'm fixated on it.
The serotonin chasing is happening, is what you're saying.
It's been happening, I feel like.
I feel like that's accurate. I think for me, there's mostly like a lot of it has less to do with like desire to and more like not knowing how to execute sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, oh, this is how I do this thing, and then like 20 minutes later, I'm like, how do I get there? Like I'll talk to somebody and they'll be like, but how do you get there? And I'm like, what do you mean how? I just told you like how the step-by-step process. But yeah, but you're skipping 4 different steps. And I'm like, how do you mean?
A more like unfortunate like instance of this sort of thing happening was I had like the fixation to run like a Warhammer like RPG game. Like I wanted to run like a Dark Heresy game.
Right.
But the problem was that like I was like running it and it was going rather well. I feel like I wasn't quite as organized or like I didn't like plan stuff out as well as I should have. But like the really big issue is that like Dark Heresy is all about acting as like the Imperial like secret police and also like investigating all sorts of like heresy or like demons or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue is that like with everything happening right now in America and also like like ICE and stuff like being like an actual Gestapo, like it was starting to like really like strain me just like because I realized as like the GM I have to sort of like think in a very like I suppose like autocratic way or like totalitarian to like sort of like bring to life like a totalitarian like society, and I just couldn't do it. Like I couldn't think the way I probably would have in the past because like it was just like I guess too real.
I think that's fair. I think that there are topics that again you just don't want to deal with, and that's okay too.
But the issue is like if I was to run it, I would have had to deal with it, and I just couldn't. I mean, like I have a friend who I feel like is much more on the social pulse of like, how things like correlate with like societies or some shit or whatever. But like she didn't see too much of a problem, but she understood like what I was sort of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It really doesn't help that like the Trump administration is like a walking like Warhammer, because like how Warhammer has like those like dismotivational like quotes where like it's like it would be like perhaps like a word like a phrase of the day, but like it's the most terrible shit ever. Like it's supposed to be like comedic and everything. There's also like they had like that whole thing with like the female bishop who calling for empathy, and they're like empathy is a sin, and like that's straight up a Warhammerism if I've ever heard one. Like do not fall for the sin of empathy. Like and like how can I like compete with that? How can I like disassociate? Yeah, that's sort of like the issue I was like running into.
I think that for when it comes to like for me when it comes to that, I look to like the old school books, right? The old school sci-fi books, right? Um Fahrenheit 451, 1000 Leagues Under the Sea, or 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea. 40,000. 40,000, yeah. And like, and other books like that, like Frankenstein, just like really old classics. Because, like, you have to remember that these people still kind of ran in the same circles as the type of the type of like, oh, we need to warn them about this happening. Well, it's happening now. We need to find a way to get better, or it's gonna get worse.
The thing with it is like, I mean, like, the problem is twofold. One, Warhammer is a setting that does not get better no matter what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, the setting, the parts of it can like get better, but like the thing with like Dark Heroes is you're not playing as the people who would necessarily make it better, or like maybe you do, but it's very incremental, and you're not going to stick around, not necessarily going to stick around long enough to like, see how it gets better.
Right.
Uh,
And
but-
you can lean into that. Just lean into the fact
And this-
that it's not about you're understanding this as this is a not getting better. I'm seeing parallels into my own world. Let's see what happens when we get worse. Because Warhammer is like the worst possible thing to happen to all of humanity and space and everything. So just make it worse. I actually almost got a job at Games Workshop. And I decided to listen to my mom one day when I was doing it. I was going like, hey, she's going like, oh, well, when I was getting my job, I asked, oh, I would describe myself as this comic book character. What universe would you describe this company as? And I knew very little about Warhammer. So when I went into the interview and I was like, so I would say that what would you say, what faction of Warhammer would you say is most like this company? And I got laughed at.
yeah, but like they laugh at you.
They laughed at very, very, very specifically. They laughed at me, not necessarily in like a mean way, but more like in a I see what you're trying to do, but it's not. This is not the time or the place to do it.
Well, like it's a very like they know you're pulling like an interview like thing.
Yeah.
But like, let me interview you, the company. It's like, yep. It's like, who do you think you're talking to? You don't do that. We're the company.
Right. Like it's not necessarily in like a oh honey. It's very, or actually no, it was exactly in a oh honey, no, no.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You pieces of shit for breakfast?
No. They what ended up happening is that they were like, yeah, it's a great question for any other series than this one, because the ongoing joke in Warhammer is that nobody wants to be in Warhammer.
Yeah, not very much.
Like,
if I were to tell them,
sorry,
if I were to describe Games Workshop, I think they'd be Bretonia. But yeah, or at least their legal department is.
Their legal department.
Yeah,
oh
they're
no.
Well-dressed. They're well dressed. They have a very high opinion of themselves. They respond to. They intentionally like keep down the peasantry with very arbitrary rules, and they reward them with a pittance at best and active like attacks at worst. Yeah, they're Bretonia.
That's very funny. But yeah, like it was very much a matter of like, I followed the advice, but I didn't do it right.
Yeah. I mean, like, the second thing you were saying with, like, the, like, me running it, like, making it worse is, like, one, is, like, I feel like I'm not really good at, like, committing, and I think that's, like, a problem,
Yeah.
but, like, I feel like I could, like, given enough prep time. The second thing, though, is that, like,
I could be Goku if I had prep time.
the thing is, like, the second thing is that I just didn't want to, like, go even further, because, like, or, like, to, like, just to, because, like, as a GM, you have to, like, be everyone, think all of this, and, like, I just didn't want to think about what was happening anymore.
Right,
Like,
it stopped being escapism.
Like, that's precisely what it is, I feel. It's just, like, yeah, I didn't want to think about, like, how horrible this was going to be anymore, that sort of thing. Because, like, it was only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Like, this was, like, back in March, I believe.
Yeah. I feel like I had that problem with Yilva. I think I still have that problem with Yilva, although most of the players actually think that I'm doing really well with her. For me, my problem has more to do with the fact that I feel like I try very hard to be a good person, or not a good person, but a nice person. I try very hard to be nice. In real life, if you try to know me, I try very hard to, like, make sure everyone feels heard, to make sure everybody knows that I'm there, and that I try so hard, so very hard.
And it comes through. Like, I feel like you do, like,
so I think for some people, but, like, but there are still people that are like, oh, you're just being a bitch. Which is true, I am a bitch, but that's not the point.
You're a lover, you're a child, you're a mother.
I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. But for me at least, when it comes to Yilma specifically, she is supposed to be a
reprehensible. You're conflating I think you're conflating a few words. I think it's reprehensible is the word you tend to be looking for.
Irredeemable.
Okay.
And she's an irredeemable bitch. She is that bitch. The problem, though, is that I don't think like this. Like, I'm very much the type of person that's like, oh shit, I forgot this was Huevember. I have to go with the Hues. Fuck.
No, you don't.
I have to!
No, you don't. You're already doing one challenge. You don't need to do any more.
I have two. I'm doing two!
But you have to do two?
Yes, because I already committed to the last two, so I was like, I can't fail twice.
You're only failing once.
I'm failing twice, technically, because it's two challenges at once.
Well,
and I already.
Do you, like, where do the two challenges have to come from? Like,
well, one is the smut, and the other one is the Huevember. Huevember is the one that people know more. Basically, it's where you take this color wheel and then you make them predominantly the same general.
Let's just make the dress and the lipstick orange.
So it's day 3. So the point is to test out values. Actually, this is a good opportunity to look at my values.
Well, yeah.
I mean, like, it's one of those things where it's like, actually, this is a happy accident.
I mean, speaking personally, I feel like doing two challenges is, like, it kind of, like, makes them not look as good as they could be, because you have to compromise on something.
I get that, but the point of this challenge isn't necessarily to be like, oh, I'm just that great. The point of this challenge is to be like, oh, I need to work on my values in order to make them more apparent. I need to work on my values because sometimes I think my values are good, but then I look at them later and I'm like, no, it's basically killing two birds with one stone. My values are the Huevember, and the anatomy is the Lewds.
Speaking personally, I'm kind of here for the smut.
Personally, I'm here for the smut and nothing else. Darling. Oh my god, she looks like she has jaundice. It's awesome. Oh god.
Okay. Well, once again, what I was thinking is like, the dress and the lipstick.
Yeah, but so Huevember, 1 drawing per day, main hue per day, any medium.
Yeah.
You can put all the colors you want in your drawing, as long as the hue of the day stays the main and visible color of the image. And this again goes into like the fact that I really wanted this to be less about it's the color, and like it's gonna be that color because it's great, and we're like, oh, I need to work on my values because my values aren't translating the way that they could. So, besides, it's not the first time I've done. It's not the first time.
But one of the biggest problems I have when like playing a game is that I don't read the patch notes.
What
Especially for
are
like
patch
multiplayer
notes?
games. You know what they are. Like, when a game's on Steam and you're like playing, but like it gets regular updates from from like the developer, and when that happens,
Right.
they'll post whatever's like whatever they changed, like usually like balance or like fixing a bug, or
Right.
Or adding something or changing the values. Like once again, like rebalancing. I don't read any of them. Like I do not read.
You don't know how to read, you poor thing.
I don't. It's like the Nizzy classified, like the popular like kid. He's like, oh, I can't read. Like it was what was he? Seth. He was the guy who always,
I think his name was Seth. Yeah.
Yeah, his thing is he always spun a basketball like endlessly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they have their own podcast now.
The Nizzy classified people.
Yeah, all 3 of them.
I'm not gonna listen to it.
Oh, why?
Because I don't listen to podcasts ever.
I keep thinking that I don't, right? And then I really stop to think about it and go like, oh wait, yes I do. They're just not called that. They're just art videos. They're art tutorial videos.
But yeah, I don't do that. I mean, like maybe I'll like maybe like an extra long episode or whatever. But I don't like. But like I feel like Nissy Classified just, or not Nissy Classified, but I feel like podcasts. Yeah, like I just don't listen to podcasts. Maybe I could. Maybe I can like listen to like.
I think anybody can.
Or whatever.
I think for me, the things I listen to aren't actually podcasts. Like my go-to things are like art tutorial videos, especially right now. I'm doing like a lot of like self-discovery for my art, to be like, hey, this is your art. It's good, but I think it's time to go to the next level. And what's frustrating about that is that I don't know what that necessarily looks like. I just know that while I do like my art, I could push it further. Plus ultra. But I don't necessarily know what that looks like. Like, I don't know what going further looks like. Does that look like me doing a comic? Does that look like me doing like other things with my art? Playing with it. I think that's why I like playing with the different mediums too. It's really fun to like have those stakes of being like, hey, this is another medium I could try. This could be a thing, or this I could get bored of this in like 20 minutes. And I would have spent like a horrendous amount of money trying to do this. I keep on missing whatever word I'm trying to think of. And I'm using it way too much, which is even funnier. Alright. So I want this to look like it's glowing. Oh, that's actually kind of sick. I think what's even more interesting is that it actually kind of looks like her eyes are purple, even though they're not from a distance. Which is kind of fun. I do think I'm going to keep this red lipstick, though. I feel like it's so iconic for her characterization. It's a nice pop. It's one of those things. What's up?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I don't think it was like I don't think it was really related to that. It was just like the thing with like it's part of like the Disco Elysium thing. I was thinking of like because like I'm putting it all together into like one thing. And I feel like it would be super complete if like I was able to like commission like a cameo from like Estelle to like voice like the the inner thoughts thing.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because like it's a
wait, like Estelle as in the singer?
Well, because like it's Lewdvember Brown in Disco Elysium, but like he has like the sort of male voice, whereas I wanted Estelle to do like the Garnet voice for like just two of the lines.
Mm-hmm.
Like
you probably get like a cameo for that.
I did like I just now searched. I guess like she's not on it, which is a shame.
Aww. Well, I feel like she's got other shit to do.
It was a pipe dream, like anyway.
Well, you could always get a dupe Estelle. Sorry, that just sounds really. I realized like halfway through me saying that I was like, oh, that sounds really weird.
Like it's but like it was like I was watching like Steven Universe reactions rather recently, and I realized Estelle like she kind of like can really give the like Disco Elysium sort of like deadpan thing,
right?
Where like like Miraду is like, you, the magical ladies, what happened to our ocean? He's like, it's gone, obviously. So, like, I feel like that'd be like a perception failure, like you fail like the perception check in Disco Elysium,
right?
And they'll just tell you like it's gone, obviously, like with no like not helpful at all,
right?
And that's like it's just stuff like that is perfect. And like that's why like I feel like it would have been perfect if she could like voice like the Disco Elysium like voices or whatever.
Right. I think that I'm going to stick with these colors, but I am going to like do the shading like off screen. But
I mean, like most of it, I think like most of the tone, the intonation is also just like being like black and British. But as far as like those two concerned, like Lewdvember Brown and Estelle, like just absolutely like just nail like because they have like a sort of similar role in being like both deadpan and also like very like just hilarious.
Right. Sorry, I was thrown off by it
I mean, like I'd be ignorant to I'd be ignorant to like deny.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. It just threw me off because I wasn't expecting that today. I was like, oh wow. Oh yeah, I forgot the fur. That's kind of fucking important for this.
Quick, The boa. Make the boa.
Quickly, a boa.
Use the boa to hide her breasts in like the alternate version.
Oh my god, it's just gonna be me doing like this. Hold on, there's actually like a perfect brush I could use for this. There's like a lot of these plant brushes and cloud brushes that I could use. Let's hear. Oh, hey Shade, what's up? Hold on, I realize I haven't seen it. Art is coming out so nice, like Cruella DeVille, who actually branched out from skinning puppies. Now she skins her enemies and makes the seas entirely made of red. Wow, Crimson sure is arting late. What's up, y'all? Hey, Shade. I'm good. I got back from work not too long ago. When I started stream, and then just got straight into it. We're catching up with Lewdvember and Huevember. Right now, I'm realizing I completely forgot to make fur because this is day 3, and the name of the game at the moment is fur coats and lingerie. Obviously, and then on off stream, I'm going to be making the nude version, which will be available on Patreon. I will also make it available on Coffee, but it's still a paywall, and I will also be putting it on DeviantArt. There will also be a paywall.
How much longer did you intend to stream, by the way?
Maybe like an hour. Another hour, maybe. Yes, here. I have things. I have things, and I have things. Where the fuck is the thing I wanted to use? I have this brush that would be really good for this. Okay. I felt like there was gonna be like it was gonna be like a wow, Crim, you did it so good and it's so fast. It feels like it's cheating because it is. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Simple foliage. Ooh, a fashion designer leather face. She's scary. She's a pirate, madam. She's a pirate, but she's also a madam. And we love somebody who can do both. We love it when they do both. I think I'm gonna go with like a straight saturated color for the fur. I feel like making that pop would be really, really kind of fun. And then building up those values, because again, this is about values. It's not about like. It's not about the. It's not about like, oh, I'm trying to just do one challenge and it's gonna be nice. Like I usually try to have a purpose to my challenges. Cause get the best of both worlds. Love to hear it. Good work, Kramits. Pirates have booty. Yes, yes they do. They have tons of booty. So this is gonna be all about the erasing. I should probably make this a little. There we go. All right. Okay. But yeah, I think yeah, making this no, that little bit is good. It's just making sure that this part, there we go. Because really what I want to do here is build up the values in this coat. to make it seem like extra fluffy, but also have like this really intricate and luxurious feel. Getting very Burt Reynolds with it. There we go. I do think this arm is freakishly long, but I kind of like it. It also doesn't really come out that way. And then
Gangrene is a Pokemon.
yeah.
Okay. What music is playing?
Currently it is a axolotl live stream.
Actually, is there music playing on Twitch?
There should be. It should be really faint though,
Okay.
because I have it really low.
Yeah, I can never hear it anyway, so.
Yeah. I tend to, I feel like my audio is really loud. Either it's because of my own headphones or because of other stuff. Stuff I should probably look into, but I don't want to. There we go. Oh, I found out what the fourth season of X-Men Evolution would have been, if you're at all familiar with that show.
I recalled, I watched pretty much all of it, I think.
Yeah. Apparently they were going to adapt the affair story between like Jean, Emma, and Scott.
Cyclops. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, how old is she? Yeah, she's gonna be like a student counselor. And like the more sorry, good.
Like it was like I don't think they were like the same age or whatever.
No, she's like a lot older. And by a lot older, I mean like she's supposed to be in her like mid-20s, and he's just turned 18. Like they just got into college, type shit. And I was just like, And this is gonna sound really messed up, but when I heard that, my immediate thought was that in order for it to feel to be like genuine or like to feel interesting, I think it needed to be gay. And what I mean by that is that they needed to focus a lot on the Emma and Jean stuff in order for me to be like, okay, I can see how we get here, and like just not have it be like weirdly gratuitous.
I don't understand how it would make it any better. Isn't Jane and Scott like the same age in X-Men
No,
Evolution?
they are, but Emma isn't. The reason
Yeah.
why
So
the
why would
reason
you
I
care
say
about
that, so the way that I mean it would be that in order for you to sell me the effort that she's trying to fuck with their lives, it would need to like not have it just be about Scott and Emma getting it on, and be more about the psychological repercussions of Jean's powers. When I say please make it gayer, it has very little to do with the actual gayness, although I'm 100% sure it would not help.
Yeah.
It wouldn't help the shippers. The shippers will happen regardless. What I mean by it is that it would need to have more emphasis on those two's relationship rather than just being like, oh, Scott, Jean, affair in her head while she's in a parent-teacher conference meeting.
Yeah, I guess it'd be like it could be like a foreshadow for like the Dark Phoenix sort of thing.
Well, that was supposed to be the point, apparently. Like, that was supposed to be, it was supposed to be like, oh, I'm trying to make you turn into the Dark Phoenix so that you can join the Hellfire Club, but because it's the early 2000s and also this is for children, we're not going to call it that. We're going to call it something else entirely.
The Heckfire Club.
The Heckfire Club.
I believe they called it the Hellfire. I believe it was the Hellfire Club in like the T-rated X-Men Legends games.
It was. It's just like it's for television though. And television tends to rate different.
It's not nice. That's not nice. You can't do that.
Watch me, bitch. I don't know. Let's hear. I think I am liking the way this fur is looking, but but it's a little messy. I'm thinking maybe if I build up some of the colors here.
Or I guess give it some outline, like on the edges. You know, where it's like folded, where it's like sewn in.
Right. Again, this is about building the values. So like this is the part where I'm like, I've been struggling with this. I need it to get better.
I don't understand why the first few days have to be like piss yellow.
It's piss yellow. I mean, you're not wrong.
Why do they have?
It's like highlight. It turns from highlighter yellow to like piss yellow, and then vaguely orange. It's very orange.
I'd say it's like hornet yellow.
Hornet yellow. And then it starts getting into the oranges, which funny enough, Joe said that that was like something he was looking forward to when it got to all the yellows.
I feel like in hindsight, maybe we could have kept Charlie for one of the reds, but what's done is done, you know.
Yes and no. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I like the red color scheme, a lot in the show, in Has Been and in Hell of a Boss, but I feel like the idea of keeping it so red is kind of like it's in all of the marketing. It's kind of obvious.
It's cheating.
It does almost in a vague way, not cheating, but I feel like I could be more creative with this. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Go for it, man. Okay, maybe I'm cooking.
I'm back.
You.
I feel like I definitely think there should be some outlines. So I think the sleeves are kind of like blending in with the rest of the dress.
Yeah. Like, I like this part on the left quite a bit. Like the way it's building up so far. But I do agree with you that there could be like some more definition here. And part of me thinks that that could be helped with like some more darker shades here. And like to like build it. But I think that part of the issue is that I keep like building and then erasing and then building because I'm like, oh, it's too much. No, it's too little. No, it's too much. No, it's too little. Okay, there we go. The blender. The blender! My bestest buddy in the whole wide world. It's the blender! The blender. The great and almighty blender. Just as he is the great and almighty Kevin. Are you familiar with that at all?
The Great and Mighty Kevin?
The great and almighty Kevin.
Yeah.
You're familiar with because you were talking about the censorship of Warhammer, right?
With Warhammer specifically? Well, like I was talking about.
No, but like it was a creator of Warhammer. Yeah, this is so much better.
Oh yeah, like Games Workshop.
No, like it's a fan creator, like the whatchamacallit, the
legal team.
No, well, you were talking about the legal team, but like it was an implication about the creatives and like how they would do it. This was the speech device.
Oh, Emperor has a text-to-speech device.
Yeah, the creators of that. They later on they started doing Hunter the Parenting. And one of the and if you know anything about Hunter the Parenting, Hunter the Parenting is about before I do so, mind if I share this asset? Sure, go right ahead. They started to do Hunter the Parenting, and if you know anything about Hunter the Parenting, or Hunter the Gathering, actually, is what the game that they're taking from is called. It's the same universe as
Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah. Like Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf Apocalypse.
World of Darkness.
World of Darkness, yeah. It's all from the same world. And so they made like a comedy series from that world. And one of the jokes there is that there is a vampire that they have hostage, and he is the great wizard, the great and powerful wizard, the almighty Kevin. And he used to be an accountant. That was his big claim to fame. He was an accountant. Alright, I think that I might have to do this a little bit, just to kind of define some of the bigger shapes here. Not necessarily like a full outline, because like I'm trying to resist the urge for it, because again, values. That's the point of this. And I kind of also like that really soft texture that that has as well, if that makes any sense. Yum yum. Oh yeah, I definitely like how soft it looks. I do think that there's like a little too much here on the side here, so I might just like... There we go. That's a little better. Kind of shape it a little bit. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna stream for like another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I just want to get something done after this, and I really want to make sure that it's done in time.
Yeah. How are you feeling about doing like the others, like intervening? Like, are you gonna do those off screen or?
I'm gonna try to do them off screen for the next few days. I've been doing the sketches off screen.
Okay.
Like it hasn't just been me going like, oh, this one and this one and this one, and I'll do it like on stream. And it's more like, oh, today I need to sketch this. That way I can digitally get it to be like this. And I think part of me is like forgetting that those colors are like a big thing here. Like that's kind of the point of this challenge again. But I have been doing like the sketches, and I've been doing them. I've been doing them every day. The only reason I haven't been posting them is because the point of them is that I get the digital part done. So, if you want to see the sketches, you should probably join my Patreon. Just a thought. Here. Yeah, I do like this. Let's see here. By the way, I don't know how many of you knew about this. Did you know that this is called a keyhole dress? The keyhole sweater? I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that was what it was called. I just thought it was a boob window.
Keep it going.
Aw, that
okay.
asset's very cute. But yeah, I didn't realize that was what that was called.
I'm sure there's like specifics as to like what does and doesn't qualify.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But like, I guess that's it.
I'm still going to do my best to get things done. Let's see here. Like for example, there are definitely times where like I'll like look at it and go like, this pose could be different. Which is kind of the point of these. It's so that I can get like a decent idea. Of what I want. I don't know. Alright, see ya. Oh shit, I smacked the thing.
What, don't smack the thing? The thing is not meant to be smacked.
It's really not. There we go. And I know that it's gonna be like a shorter stream for me because I want to get something else done while I'm at it.
And
But
then
at the
go to
very
bed.
least, what?
And then go to bed eventually.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have to go to bed.
You have to actually sleep and get ready for the next day.
Right? And I have to like work for a regular paycheck? Weird.
I mean, I also have to work tomorrow, but I wake up later.
Oh, it'd be really funny if the focus wasn't on the keyhole dress. It was just how on the keyhole part, it was just kind of like the how the material is.
Like, how do you mean?
Well, have you ever seen like what those things look like? It's
Well,
very
yeah, they have.
it's very like
I
corduroy
googled it. It's
looking.
just I thought you meant like, hey, my eyes are up here, but my eyes are down here.
Well, I think the other thing too is that I need to find a more interesting pose. If I had to be honest, I feel like this pose isn't really that great.
Maybe like some of the arm, like one or both of the arms as like behind her to like accentuate the keyhole.
Maybe I need to find like because again, point of this is to practice anatomy and make it more interesting. Excuse me. Let me see here. I know that I am following a thing. Where's the pose? Here it is.
I could make a pose in Hero Forge, except for the fact that Hero Forge actually does very terribly with arms behind the back.
Yeah. No, I don't really want an ass shot. The ass shot is not really the thing that we should be emphasizing, although I do think it would be very funny to have this character just wear this, right? And then she's just like going like, this material seems impractical. And just pulling at it. Let's hear. No, it's not really the type of suggestive I want right now. No. I do want this pose for something else, though. This pose is kind of cool. I'm like looking at poses right now. I'm wasting more time. God damn it. Not quite. No. Nah, it's too much booba. It's not enough person. It's too much booba. I do like Pose Archive though. They have like really great selections on Twitter. But I think I might have to go to a different one because it's not quite hitting like it should. These poses are okay. They're not really what I want right now. Pose reference collection. Here we go. This is a lot of me just like scrolling through things. Okay, I think I kind of like this pose. Here. Yeah, I kind of like this pose a little better.
Alright.
And then I could probably play with it a bit more.
I was just idly like looking up stuff for Vampire the Masquerade, and apparently in 5th edition, with Vampire Biology, the opening letter of 5e says, "Vampires make no scientific sense. They're magic. Deal with it."
That's kind of one of the things I like about Vampire the Masquerade. They don't give a single fuck.
Yeah. And also with they wrote like the stereotypically like insane bloodline, the Malkavians, like they specifically said like their mental illness their insanity has no basis in real life mental illness. Like it's just like it's supernaturally afflicted. Like there's no like quantifying it.
Alright, instead of having her arms out like this, I'm gonna have them kind of come back. And I'm gonna have it kind of be like a... kind of have it come here.
I think, yeah, there's like the whole thing with like the shoulders for like the Charlie piece that Bork and I didn't really speak up on, I guess.
Oh no, you
until,
did.
Like it was already done. Well, like we spoke up on it, but only after it was already done.
Yeah, again, a lot of what I did there was kind of purposeful. Also,
yeah.
That is part of my style. I do give people like relatively broad shoulders. And also it kind of fits for Charlie because Charlie herself is supposed... yeah, she kind of likes giving herself like these kind of broader shoulders, going like...
yeah, but it's the shoulder pads for like the coat, and it doesn't necessarily reflect like the actual...
and even then, like Charlie's... a lot of it has to do less with the fact that, oh, it's like, oh, this is how the character should look, and more like, that's how you think it looks based off of Busy's style.
Yeah.
And while...
I mean, that is the model.
That is the model, yeah. But the model does not mean that I have to follow everything to the letter. And also, that's kind of the difference between an art style and an art mistake.
Right.
Because an art style is like the choices you make. And I made that choice specifically because, again, I imagine Charlie having very stiff shoulders, and she's always stressed all the time. So, like, having these, like, very upfront, tense shoulders makes sense for her. Actually, her chest should be hanging a lot more for here. There we go. Which... let's see here. Actually, no. It should... boop here. Boop here. Stretching boob out here. Top of shoulder should be here. Because they are balloons. They are water balloons. Losing my damn mind. Let's see here. I think to make this more interesting... hold on. In order to make this more interesting, I think I'm going to have to exaggerate some of these proportions a bit more. Like, I'm going to have to make her bigger because I kind of want her to fill in more of the space. And I kind of want to try a different angle here. I don't know. Kind of looks interesting. I still want that phrase to kind of show up. But I feel like that phrase would work better if she's like at this weird angle where she's like, this is a weird choice for my friends to make. And then that means I have to kind of overlap these to look the way that they do. Okay, that boob is now... There we go. Oh, what if one hand is like on her hip, the other hand is kind of like pulling at the collar?
I'm sorry, say again.
Like, what if instead of the both hands on the hip, it's one hand is on her hip, the other one is pulling at the collar by like the keyhole.
That could be something.
Yeah. Also, I think I might need to, again, it's one of those times where I have to emphasize things. I have to choose to emphasize some things. And in order to like sell this perspective, it needs to be a little more in your face. There's probably going to be a lot of correcting on anatomy when I get this done. But that's kind of the point of this, right? That I practice the anatomy and I get things done in a way that's doable. Okay, I'm gonna have to make this hand bigger. And then I'm gonna have to make these hips kind of like I'm gonna make her have a dumpy.
A modest dumpy as a treat.
A modest dumpy. Sure. No, the dumpy is too much in the foreground. It must be further in the background. The torso is here, and then has to be here, which means dumpy is up here. Oh, damn! This dumpy is bigger than I thought it would be. The dumpy is too powerful. The booba, I think I might have to like emphasize the booba to be bigger. All right, I'm gonna have to be not afraid to let the hair get in the way. I do like this pose a lot better. I think this pose is more interesting. But with that being said, I gotta call it a night.
Gotcha.
So
Well, this is fun though.
It was fun. I'm sorry that I didn't get as much as I wanted to done. Again, I do have the sketches, and I have been sharing them on the Works in Progress channel of my Discord. I believe I've been sharing them on Patreon, but I don't think... I'm not super great at that. I'm better at posting them on the Discord than I am on the Patreon. But you can see them if you go to the Patreon, and you get to... I think it's the rough draft tier that you can get into it. And then you can get to see like my SFW work, some of my works in progress that I don't really show off on my socials, and just kind of hang out with a decent crowd. You get to meet Moth. Moth is a cool guy.
I am also in this stream.
I am also in the stream. I am a selling point. Alright. So let's raid some people. Some late night raiding. Let's do it. Let's do... I'm trying to think of like shortest stream ever. This stream never happened. That's funny. Let's do that. Let's do that one. That one looks like a good time, and it looks like they're just starting. I don't know what they're drawing, but it looks like it's a good start. All right, you guys have fun. Be safe out there. Cause a little bit of chaos in my name, and I'll see you guys very soon. All right. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night.
Night.
Well, this is fun.